Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, October 3rd. I'm outside this morning, as you can tell. All my neighbors are being industrious, and there's all kinds of noises of blowers and trimmers and lawnmowers are going off in the background. You still might be able to hear some of the birds. I don't know. It depends upon if they wake down. I've been waiting for a while for things to calm down, but it doesn't look like that they are. But it still doesn't distract from the theme we've been looking at this week. And that is, Paul says, see to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy. The last couple mornings we've looked at some of the academic aspects of that being taken captive by these philosophies. We looked at some of the practical spiritual implications earlier in this week. And this morning I want to go back to something which sounds non-academic, but it really at its core is, where do we think we get relief from? That's one of the biggest myths that we're sold. Sometimes we think we get relief in entertainment. But when we walk into the entertainment industry, we're looking at people who are experts. They use the audiovisual skills that they have as power tools of influence to make us think the way they want us to think. And I'll probably pick up on that next week. But another variation of entertainment is when we want to have relief, when we want to have recreation, when we want to just enjoy things. Saturday's a great day to talk about that. So a lot of these folks who are working hard this morning will go and do something fun and relief in the afternoon. In South Carolina, that probably means one of two things. They both begin with F, fishing or football. It's sort of the national pastime here. And in this part of the upstate, at least, the world doesn't seem right to people unless football is going on. And right now, even in limited fashion, we're having football, even though things like basketball are still happening. It's crazy. But stay with me on this. Whether you're going out on a beautiful day like this for a walk in the mountains, just a short hike, whether it's to watch a football game, whether it's to have a family cookout, whether it's to enjoy one of these last times before the winter hits in a few weeks. If those are the things that you're looking for stress relief, they're going to disappoint you because they can't deliver. Don't misunderstand. I watch football too. I enjoy being outside. You know that I like that. Pictures, all that. I love it. But all this is under the hand of God. And the myth is that the enemy wants us to believe is that by indulging in these things, we're going to find relief. In listening to things that I want to listen to, viewing the sights that I want to see, doing some activity that I find particularly enjoyable. That's all good as long as it's in the proper context. If it depends upon the methods and strategies and methodologies and thinking of this world, rather than on the principles of Christ, who made all this, first for his enjoyment and pleasure, and then secondly for ours to appreciate him in it, if we can't see him in all these things, but if our well-being is dependent upon how many fish we catch, or how my football team does, or how successful my activity was, or how much I enjoyed this or that activity, then I'm just like the pagans. I'm looking for this world to provide for me things that it cannot possibly provide. I'm designed to be in communion and relationship with God by the power of his Spirit to know the beauty of his Son. And I can engage in that in every possible activity that I can think of. And if I can't, then I'm missing something. I'm missing the purpose of life, which is to know God and enjoy him and walk with him. And yes, to enjoy this creation, to enjoy the ability to have fun. It is God, as Paul tells the folks in Acts 14, he tells the pagan worshipers, it is God who places joy in your hearts, who fills your life with good things. The myth is that we can enjoy things without God, or that we can put him on the shelf for a while and just enjoy things without the clutter of having to obey. and having to worship and having to praise. See, if that's where we are, that is a pagan myth, and it will consume us. So don't be taken captive by these things that are attractive around us too. See God in the beauty of all of it. And that's the thought for this day. Prepare your heart for worship tomorrow, but prepare your heart for worship right now. Because we live and breathe at His pleasure, for His purpose, for His glory, so that His name might be known. And have a great Saturday, and Lord willing, we'll talk to you tonight. Bye-bye.